Going on, ladies and gents? All right, so I'm gonna make sure that there's a lot less humor, more education in these videos. You
Mhm.
guys spoke, I listened, even though I only got one ear. So, yeah, SUV's just like okay, Gabe. Anyways, let's go. Let's get right into it. We have all right. Look at the SPY here on the 5 minute. It is completely dying thanks to CPI data.
Yep.
So you would expect that the broader market should be following the same trend. And what this is doing is instilling far more fear into the market due to inflation, rising interest, and when interest rates go up, stock market goes down. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this because we had a conversation before we went live.
Mhm.
And guys, uh, we're going to shoot the shit really, really quick, then go to the charts. But we talked about CPI data just surpassing expectations. The federal government has yet to take control of inflation. So, shoot the picks. What do you think is happening here?
I think I mean, it's this that they do not have anything under control. They have nothing under control. They cannot do really much about what's going on right now. They're going to come out and say, "Yep, everything's going to be fine." Da, 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 da. No, it's not. They're coming out with these statements that just don't make any logical sense. They're saying, "Yep, we're going to be able to get these inflationary pressures under control. We're going to get control of these bottlenecks," and they just cannot do it. So that's the issue here because like everybody's been asking Jerome Powell, it's like, well, what kind of like this was a question asked in the last Fed meeting. They were like, what do you think about the people's view of the credibility of the Fed? And he's like, well, I don't really care. It wasn't that he didn't really care. It was like, he was like, I don't, it's not really what I'm thinking about. He's just like, I need to get this back under control. But everything that we've seen is saying that he's not. The other thing is, though, is that it's been a short period of time that they've actually started to try and do this. So you've seen, well, when did the rate hike start? March. So March, April, nothing in May, and then June. So you've seen two rate hikes. So nothing
Yeah.
all that crazy has been happening. So you're going to have to give it a little bit of time to play out with these inflationary pressures, but they haven't really done anything. Like they have not really like pushed it in the right direction yet. All you need to really see is that transitory. You need to see it slow and just kind of like in the rip up in inflation. You just need to see it slow down a little bit, and that's when you can start to see the market kind of ease off.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I agree with you 5,000%. I also talked about how inflation, and I've said this before many, many times, it is artificial, and
Mhm.
it's not necessarily coming from whom you may think it be coming from. I really don't think it's, the cheap money causing the inflation. I really think that the cheap money creating the opportunity for individuals, for instance, homeowners, putting their home on a market for $2.3 million just because they can. And then you have, real estate agents and you have the surveyors, all those guys, right? The
Mhm.
appraisers, and they're saying, "Hey, fuck it, full send, right? There's money to be made. It's cheap money. Anybody
Yeah.
could get finance. List it for 2.3." Well, that same home, 30 days later, $500,000 price cut. Now, I don't think that this individual, anybody who owns a home in the several of millions of dollars, you can't say that they're cash strapped, right? What they were doing essentially was being an opportunist to what the market was allowing them to
Exactly.
do by virtue of seeing what other people were allowed to do. And you can't blame them. But now you got a price cut, 500,000. Is that going to introduce, more opportunity, newer buyers to come in? Well, with inflation going, well, excuse me, interest rates going up, every percentage point, I believe, takes like $80,000, just depending on the average loan, off the table or something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think so. Yeah,
it,
it's got to be. There's definitely a number like that out there. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's probably something like
yeah,
that. You
yeah,
just
it,
can't
it, it's
qualify.
something like that. Yeah, it's just like for every $500 in debt you have calculated into your DTI, it disqualifies you for an additional $80,000 in, I guess, purchasing power when you go ahead and buy a home. And now we see it with cars. Okay, cars. Why are dealers charging $5,000 markups? I mean, why? For what? Simply because they can, right? And
Mhm.
so the demand will continue to be there. And by virtue of demand continuing to be there, there's no incentive for someone to say, yeah, I'm going to cut my price, especially in higher end goods. I mean, if someone wants to go ahead and spend $100,000 over MSRP on, let's
Mhm.
say, a G wagon, you bet your ass if they can afford it at 150, they can certainly afford it at 250, right? It's just the demand is there. So it's really, really interesting to see how the next couple of months, how, how we intend to counter inflation with rising interest. But really what you end up doing is the bulk of the economy being middle class, right? They end up being literally decapitated, right? Now, the middle class is basically the driver of our economies. They get decapitated, things get worse. Now
Mhm.
you got consumables, durables, that kind of thing. Again, if I'm a ranch owner after my cow got hit and killed, right?
I
I'm
wonder
gonna
who did
say,
this.
right? I'm like, okay, well, I had 19 cows, now I got 18. The cost of milk's gonna go up, and who cares? Because people are gonna buy it.
Mhm.
The demand is there. So I think it's honestly just greed that goes in this vicious cycle, right? Because greed starts somewhere, but there's as they say, there's a fool born every minute, and someone's going to go ahead and say, yeah, I'll pay that price. Unfortunately, when the market decides the price, and then like milk and just other things. I mean, potato chips went up like a fucking dollar.
You know what didn't?
What?
Arizona iced teas, baby, 99 cents. Stayed at 99 cents forever. I
It's
love
because
those guys.
it's because they can't afford to pay for the logo change.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'll play devil's advocate a little with the home prices though. If you actually have your house locked in, you're approved at 5.5%. I think that's what the 30-year fix is around right now. You're gonna be
Yeah,
really happy if you lock it in and rates go. But if rates come back down to 3.5, refinance.
you refinance.
So it's not like
Yes,
doom and gloom. Oh no, like over the long term, everything's going to be all right. But these situations are creating a massive opportunity for all of us right now. Like if you're able to trade this market right now, it's a fucking field day.
absolutely. So, guys, we have about 15 to 20 minutes before our guys in the back end get everything organized so we can come out with our announcements. Until then, let's get to the chart, make this a learning experience. You guys keep your expectations in check. The market's red, people are scared, and honestly, you can profit off of fear. So let's get right to it.
Yeah,
All right, so STV, let's go into the SPY.
let's do
We
it.
got SPY here on the 5 minute. Now, we don't trade anything till 10 a.m., guys, usually, right? But let's go ahead and see what she's doing on the 1 minute, as the
Rim.
1 minute looks to provide some opportunity and just a general, I guess, idea as to where things are going. I mean, what do you see here on the 1 minute, STV?
Let me pull it up on mine. I can see it on yours, but it just looks like it wants to rim down right now. And it doesn't look like the buyers have any strength able to come back in and push it up for now. Right now, the sellers have control. Like you can see this on the 1 minute here. After it breaks this up, oh my God, this is such a perfect rim right here, especially on the 1 minute. These are nice. So you're seeing the SPY. You see that level of support that it kind of hovers above for a couple candles there. It's like that green or the red, green, red, green. And then it breaks through that level of support on the rim, comes right back down, rims again, and just comes right back down. It is struggling at this 1 minute 13 EMA, which is a really decent indication of a trend going into later in the day. That resistance that it has there, if it continues to hold, you're going to just continue to see the SPY drop, come back up, test, drop, test, and just continue to make new lows until a buyer can come in and say, okay, I've had enough. I want to buy the dip at this price.
There you go. There you go. Nice breakdown. So, let's take a look at what the SPY is doing on the daily. So, anybody, listen, if you want to make sure what direction you should be going on the 5 minute, you need to go ahead and confirm that direction on the daily, right? The larger time frames are literally what's, governing price movement on a daily basis. You guys see we have this gap down here, and we have the next level of support sitting at 380 on the chart. So let's go ahead and go back into time because we were in this area not too long ago. Well, this will be May of 21. We were literally in this area. So this
Mhm.
could be acting as support and resistance. We go to the 4 hour. Let's see if the 4 hour confirms the trend. Now, the 4 hour is giving us a solid put signal. Now, the way to read this, guys, when we're looking at puts and calls, rule of thumb, if it's a put, you want it below the 200 EMA, right? You want to see RSI below 50. At this point, RSI is sitting at 26.25 on the 4 hour. MACD following the trend. Shaft trend, just a little confused, but it's still in its lane here, right? It's still red down here with the shaft trend. Now,
Mhm.
what does this mean? Well, this means that if we're playing it on the 5 minute, the dominant trend is down, right? So it doesn't look like we're going to get a crossover at any point here. We already know that the trend has essentially been decided. So what we do is we go to the 1 minute and we look for opportunity on the 1 minute. Now, I zoomed out here on the 1 minute to see if we had levels of support, and we probably don't. We would have to go ahead and look at the 5 minute. And I like to go back 5 trading days, right? Since equities like to fall back into most recent memory, right? And what we have here is here we go. We have to go a lot further back. We have to go to May 25th of 2022 to
Mhm.
see the SPY in this area at 391. This would be a what we would view at this point, since it is in a downtrend, a significant level of support. Um, should we break this, then we have a continuation in the move. Now, what are the indicators telling us on the 5 minute? On the 5 minute, we see that the RSI is below its moving average here. And, when you get the moving average this low, not just the RSI, but the moving average this low, it
Mhm.
is never a good thing. Guys, these are averages. So it's going to take a lot of upward momentum to get this moving in the right direction, which we do not see. MACD just definitely killed itself, and we have a continuation to the downside. Shaft trend confirming the same. Now, if you were bullish with the SPY at this point, or you're expecting a reversal in the move, then you would get a clue here on the MACD as we got pink on the histogram, meaning the momentum or the control by the sellers is getting weak. Now, how would I look at this? I would look at it as we could trade sideways, or we could get something that will be a catalyst for even more fear.
I have an
I
idea.
can't.
I have some things I'm looking at on it. Right now on SPY, you're seeing that 390.50 support. If you break
Yeah.
390.50, I would really watch a crack of 390. The top of my other box that is lower than this is 388.50. If you crack that 390, I could easily see us selling off down to there.
A solid off. Now, guys, I want to explain something here, okay? And we saw it here on the 1 minute. For those who are looking to play the break of support and or resistance, you do not enter on this candle as it's breaking. You enter on this candle here, okay?
Mhm.
This here, we don't have confirmation here. We have confirmation with this candle. And what we're doing is we're looking at the MACD and the RSI. And you can see that there's divergence between its moving average and where the RSI is going. So I enter with full confidence on this candle by virtue of looking at the RSI, where it's trending, and the MACD. You see, now there hasn't been much, I guess, room for profit. I mean, there still is profit here, but it's very, very thin. Why is it thin? Well, you have to look at your histogram here. It's thin. This is not a significant sell off, so to
It's
speak.
it's fizzling. I would call this on the 1 minute, I would say it's fizzling a little bit. That's just
fizzling.
kind of how I look at it. Like it's not, it is still making that aggressive move down. It's just a little bit slower and you're not seeing those big drops anymore. So the 1 minute, I've got the MACD crossing up. Yeah. The 1 minute MACD is looking a little interesting here. Again, I would just, for me personally, if you've already played this move down and you're out, I mean, I've already made 3 BABA trades today. They were all solid. Crack of 390. That's just, it looks like it's coming down there right now, but I would just look for that crack of
Yeah.
390 and then see what it's going to do after that.
Exactly. So, guys, when you look at the histogram is literally just telling you momentum, right? But it's this MACD that you want to see here, right? Now, even though we have this cross up on the MACD, I would consider this something more of a maybe just consolidation and ranging consolidation, and the reason being is because the moves are most powerful as the MACD is crossing zero here. You see where my mouse is, right? When the MACD crosses zero and above, you're in an upward trend. When it's staying below zero, and as it stands right now, we're looking at negative 0.57 and negative 0.60. Okay, this is giving you a clue. Anything below 0.00 is a downtrend. Although the shaft trend is a little, little confused here as to okay, what's really going on. But
So
you
you're
are
seeing
in a
conflicting
downtrend.
indicators. That's why that crack of 390 I think is going to be important because I think we could see a lot of support there. We're back above 390.50 right now. It is doing a 1 minute rim potentially to come back down, but at this point right now, this would not scream at me to get in. This is
Exactly.
screaming at me, wait and see for confirmation of the trend continuation.
That's it. Wait for confirmation of the trend continuation. However, if you did enter on this candle somewhere at the midpoint, you were at 390. If you were sitting at 392, or even currently, you are still in profit and have made money. I
Mhm.
think by virtue of this rim here, you could go ahead and simply secure the bag, take that profit, and then re enter when you're getting indication that you can re-enter, and one of those indications is RSI right now just peaking up. It's currently at 44 on the 1 minute. We need this to stay below 50, so
Mhm.
you would essentially wait for the move to mature and see, do we get more green candles coming into the 48? Do we see rejection at some point? If we do see that rejection, you will see RSI begin to pivot back down, right? This would be a clue to re enter because there will be a continuation of the move. Currently, I am not too convinced that RSI is moving back down, even though you have a gradual convergence into its moving average. What we're seeing is just again some baselining here, right? So this is typical of a rim job.
Mhm.
Now, you should have exited already. All right, secure the bag. That's
Yeah.
simple.
The other thing about rims that I want people to understand is right now, if you're looking at it on the 1 minute, you have a closing 1 minute candle above the 13 EMA. So now your whole process is resetting and restarting. You're now looking for another closing candle below the 13 EMA coming down, coming back up to retest that 1 minute 13, hovering, and then coming back down because you've already seen the momentum switch a little bit and it kind of flipped up on you. Yeah, it is coming down a little bit harder now, but that's how I trade the rims. If it's going to go above any one of the EMAs that I'm looking at, I wait for it to come back down. If you're playing puts, then come up and retest and then start that move back down.
Nailed it. Nailed it. If anybody's going to nail it, it's STV. And by the way, did you know that 30-year-old yet?
No, I nailed Baba today, though. That's my new friend.
So let's pay attention to this candle here. Based on exactly what I've been saying and STV follow through, you want to pay attention to this. So you see, there you go. You have that convergence now. This is going to be tight. This is tight. We're already seeing light green on the histogram, meaning the buyer momentum is fizzling, as you've said.
Yeah.
Um, and the MACD is relatively flat. It hasn't made much progress. So this is an interesting watch. I mean, currently at 390, I think you're absolutely right. At 390, we break through that. I think we see the indicators go a little more wonky, but I think the indicators will give us a clear cut direction, just a clear cut direction, especially
Hmm.
here on the 1 minute. Now, let's go ahead and look at the 5 minute, guys, because the 5 minute, you can play 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. Doesn't really matter on the 1 minute, or excuse me, on a rim job here. But as you
For
see,
me, it's
like,
1 or 3. I like 1 or 3 on the rims. 5 is a little bit
okay,
too much. 5 gives you it's there's a little bit too much room for it to flash around on you. If you see it trending on the 1 or the 3, it's typically gonna stay a little bit tighter.
yes, yes. The beauty of it, and a guy, and guys, this is all about risk to reward, right? Now, on the 5 minute here, me personally, I like the slower pace of the 5 minute. Yes, I will reference the 1 minute to find out what's happening on this candle. And yeah, this here, you bounce off the 13 at 394, and now you're currently sitting at 390.40. You know, it's the opportunity is there to make money. All right. It's just doesn't matter if it's the 1 minute or the 5 minute, the strategy and your thesis remains the same. Right.
Mhm.
The RSI will be the leading indicator on a rim job, I believe. The RSI is your leading indicator.
No.
Now, STV, what's going on? What is going
Here we
on?
go.
What is going on?
Here we go.
Okay. This, guys, if you're here on the stream and you're not part of the Discord, that's fine. We love you anyways. But
We love you all.
yeah, we love you all. And I apologize for being an asshole and an acquired taste, but it is what it is. Okay, so for the past 3 months, we all shared a vision, and we had a vision on how to make your alerts actionable and how to streamline the learning process, since options are a little intimidating for some.
Mhm.
You're attempting to understand which options to buy, how many weeks out, et cetera, right? And when we say at the money, people are like, ah, what does that mean? When we say two strikes out of the money, people are like, ah, what does that mean? Well, again, we take the guesswork out of this. And this required us to get certified via Opera, and there was a lot of work involved. And I want to give a shout out to Algo and Andy for just definitely subscribing to the vision and the dream. It's something that we've all been absolutely excited about, myself, STV,
Mhm.
and TMI. And, again, we simplify trading and make the intelligence actionable. That is our focus in this Discord, to make market intelligence actionable. Nothing fancy, just in your face actionable. Now,
Mhm.
STV, anything to add to this? Let's get it pumped, man, because I have to go ahead and look at
So you
this
want me to
here.
tell
So,
them what the first thing is? The first thing that we're doing for them? The learning process? I can go over that, and then I can say a little bit about what else we're bringing them. So the first
well, let's start with the least exciting of the news.
Okay, so the least exciting of the news is that we know that a lot of people are very, very newish to the market and to trading. So what we've done and what we've started to work on is a whole built out trading curriculum for you guys. So we have the first set of videos up. Mine are very, very, very close to be ready to go. So Gabe walks through every single aspect of 1348 in a very, very easy to understand way. But sometimes people don't understand the basic principles of options and technical analysis, and those videos can be a little bit confusing if you're new. So, what we've done is I have a series of videos that walks you through the complete bare basics of options, what to look for on the options chain, what is delta, gamma, theta, vega, what the spreads are going to do, what spreads look like, bid, ask, mid, how to get filled, everything like that. TMI is coming out with some TA videos soon for you guys, just for basic TA for the boxes, RSI, everything like that as well. So we have a whole built out 0 to 100 curriculum for you guys to come and learn if you guys are interested.
That is dope. Now, I have to add to the curriculum because, well, guys, we have 1348 2.0. And 1348 2.0 is a more streamlined, I guess, educational series, if you will, that's really going to simplify the system and just show you that you don't have to overcomplicate things, right? And just really, again, look at the alerts, be able to read the charts, make your progressions down, up, down, right? And be able to execute with confidence. But this goes hand in hand with, let me go
This
ahead
is the
and
big
get,
news here. And I think we should say what we're expanding on it too, because I think that's going to be interesting. What else is going to be able to be done with this?
yes.
It's
Now,
very unusual.
I would have to say that I'm proud. I am proud. I am proud to say we are the only 1348 Discord, and I would damn put my maybe my bank account. Maybe no, that's too much, right?
That is way too
Okay,
much. Get it?
yeah, that's way too much. But any other 1348 Discord out there does not have this. And I tell you what, the barrier to entry is significant. The money, the flow chart, the proper, I guess the IT guys, we need some gifted sons of bitches to make this work for you. Let's go ahead and take a look
Let's
because
do it.
I am fucking excited. So this is BEKE, and we got to cross down and we got to put, and it's telling you the current price on the 3 minute. So if we go ahead and we look at the price on the 3 minute, it's giving you recommendations over the next several days here. So we go ahead over the next 7 days. We have BEKE, right? And we have the bid and the ask. You know this. You now know theta. And this is important to know because when you see STB's video, you will see that theta is a thief, right?
Mm-hmm.
We then go to our next day of expiration, or excuse me, the next strike, and you will see what theta is. We go to the 22.5 strike. And again, this is at the money because the cross happened. Um, the cross happened at 15.716. I want to make sure. And guys, this is beta, so don't jump on it too quickly. We got to fix this because the current price is 15.7, but it's giving you the next three strikes out. So
Mm-hmm.
in practice, it works, right? That's why we're calling this beta. What we want this number to be is 15.50. Then the next strike, 17.50, and then the next strike, $20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need the at the money strike. And Andy, if you're watching this, I hope you can make these alterations in real time. So the next couple of alerts will respect the at the money price, right? But you guys, you're getting it. You're getting the information, and it's beautiful. Helps you to make actionable decisions. Now, for those who don't have real time options data, this could help a lot. Now we're looking at GME. So we got the cross here at 128.56.
Mm-hmm.
We go ahead and we look at recommended options. And again, this is at beta. Now, again, Andy needs to alter this, but it's giving you the strike, the bid, the ask, and the theta. Okay. What we essentially want to do is have this give you the 7 day option, the 14-day option, and 21-day option. So you have up to 3 weeks out to choose. Wait, there's more.
Ooh.
Oh, did this just happen in real time? You guys got your 14-day options here as well, right? So you're seeing it here. 7 days. Oh, Andy did this fucking real time. I love him. Andy is watching. You fucking savage. Okay. So we have 14 days out, and we would also have 21 days out. And what this allows you to do is compare the theta. We like to say give yourself more time, right? As you could see, 7 days out, theta is over zero point 0.5. This is aggressive. Yeah, this is aggressive. So we got 0.52, 0.529, and 0.527. But if you go 14 days out, your theta is much, much less. This is interesting. This is BBIG. Let's go ahead and check out this alert here. For 7 days, we are looking at the current price at 2. Okay. Again, Andy needs to fix this and make that adjustment so you get 2 strikes out instead of 3 strikes out. And that's it. And I think Andy could have this adjusted by day's end, but you're getting options data and you're able to make better actionable decisions on which options you are going to buy. This is super, super important. STV, you want to take it away from here?
I have a very important comment about this on how you guys can use this to make this an absolute killer for you. So you receive an alert on a stock. You're in our alert system. You're looking at the alert right here. Before you even pull up the chart, you could click on these options that are listed out and look at the spread. And if those don't make any sense right away, if they don't qualify, if the spread's too big, the theta is too high, you can immediately just cancel out that option and remove it from your mind. So this allows you to be super quick in analyzing everything so that you don't have to look at the alert, pull up the options chain, pull up the chart. You can do it all in this one spot within 5 seconds.
Within 5 seconds. Absolutely. Within 5 seconds. Okay, guys, this is beta, but we're showing you the potential. And I think by Monday, we could have this ironed out where we have the at the money strike and then the 2 out the money strikes. And that's it, guys. No more guessing like which strike I buy. You are getting relevant, actionable data at your fingertips so you can execute the better trade and pay fair value. And that's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
People do not understand, like, okay, yeah, it crossed here, but how much is this option worth?
Right.
Well, we give you a baseline, okay? And yes, recommended. Let me see. Sounds like financial advice. Maybe say potential options.
Yeah, I like
Chris
potential.
Brenneman.
Potential's good.
Yes,
Your
yes.
favorite word.
This is really, really good feedback. And obviously, Andy is going to be put to task to make this work. Okay. So, what I'm hoping for is Monday, everything cleaned up. We needed proof of concept, right? And what's more is that I also put Andrew to the task of when you get the alert on a 3 minute, right? When the cross happens on the 5 minute, your options data updates.
So you get new options data
For the 5 minute cross. So you get the options on the 3 minute. Should you choose to play the 3 minute, well, you're in, you got the data. But if you're the type like myself who likes to wait for 5 minute confirmation, then the options data will update with the 5 minute cross. So there at that moment of time, you know what fair value is for that option and you're not overpaying. Okay.
exactly. You
This
want to
is
expand on what we're going to do with the data in a little bit after? We have the data. We can tell them what we're going to do. A little bit.
STV, go. You know what? Fucking full send. It is too early in the goddamn morning and I need a drink already. Go.
So
Take
there's
it.
2 things that I want to talk about with you guys. With this data that we have now, we can do a lot with the data. So eventually, you guys are going to be able to pull, if you're interested, the unusual options activity too. So you can just pull it from the thing. We're setting that up for you guys. That is coming soon. That is one of the things that everybody that is getting grandfathered in will have. But at the end of the day, this data that we have is very expensive. So if you guys do want to get access to this, get grandfathered in before those prices are going to go up, we are perfectly fine with eating the cost for all of our OGs that have stuck with us through all of the BS. We're going to give you guys the opportunity too, to get in by the end of the month, before the prices do have to go up, in order for us to offer the best place to come and learn how to trade for you guys and continue to make sure that everybody is on the same page in printing.
That's it.
So unusual
That's it.
options data flow coming soon, team.
This is going to be insane. This is going to be insane. So, OGs, thank you for supporting us over the past 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have certainly, and you guys have laid the groundwork for this Discord and
Mm-hmm.
have inspired us to be the best out there, period. Now, I know we got
Yep.
a lot of competition with, those so called free guys, but the free guys are not bringing the kind of value that we bring here. It's not just the alerts, it's options data, it's bots, it's educational curriculum, it's live streams, it's hand holding, it's a community, everybody together helping one another.
Mm-hmm. We
This
didn't
is
even talk about the
1348.
bot. There is so much more coming, team. Oh, we have a lot of stuff coming. We have have you heard about the predictive crosses?
Oh, predictive
Oh,
crosses.
oh.
80% win rates on the predictive crosses.
Yeah.
And now, again, we tell you guys don't front run a cross. But when math is involved, and yes, the rules have been built into the math and has been built into the bot, you guys have a competitive advantage. And with this, you're also going to get options data as well. So you
Mm-hmm.
could go ahead and play the predictive crosses with just shares, or you say, fuck it, full send. We're going to play with options. Math is definitely sexy. This is wild, guys. And I'm just honored. I'm honored. I'm blessed to have STV and TMI, Andy, Ivan, Algo, Diana, Diamond Dog, all of you in this community. We're not going to stop. There's no complacency in this group. We will
Mm-hmm.
not stop until we make sure you guys have the best and most actionable data that removes the barrier of entry. And when we say barrier of entry, yeah, some will say money, like my portfolio is small, et cetera, et cetera. But the biggest barrier to entry is lack of education, resources, right? And a system. We have the system.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want it? Well, like I said 6 months ago, welcome to the keys of the kingdom. This
Here
is
it
the
is.
keys
This
of
is
the
the
kingdom.
start of all of the new stuff coming for you guys. Do you have a link somewhere for those people that are interested?
For the people that are interested, we got a link down in the description. We got a link pinned in the comments.
Nice.
Just click this link, guys, and sign right up, and we will absorb your options data costs.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we're forced to raise the price, but I'm sure you guys can see the value in what we're offering. Period.
It's coming.
No one out there, no one, I don't care who you are, no one is as dedicated to their community as us here.
That's true.
This is why I could have missed this live stream and I made this announcement this
That's what
morning.
I'm saying.
This
Also,
was too big to pass up. Hella value, lots of value. There's going to be a lot more. You see, I'm not going to put, fuck it, whatever. I'm
what are
going
you
to
gonna do?
speak it into existence. I am speaking it to existence, even if it means I got to come hundreds of thousands out of pocket. We will have 1348 exclusive charts. So we will eventually be doing away with
You told them one of
trading
the
view.
things. You
We
told them
will
one
event,
of them.
right? Again, we're investing in infrastructure.
Yeah.
And so we don't have to have you guys like just like rationed, like, okay, you need this service or that service. No, we want this. This is an all-inclusive service. You're going to get the charts. You're going to
Mhm.
get the options data. You're going to get the community. You're going to get the live streams. You're going to get the one-on-ones
Mhm.
sometimes. Sometimes. All right. Uh, you're just going to get so much support here.
Yep.
And that's all I have to say.
Did you
Period.
hear him? Did you hear him? Our own charts. He said our own charts.
Loran says how much? Well, it's $69 now. Get it while you can. Lock it in
Mhm.
because we will be forced to raise the prices.
Yep.
It's just economics. We're forced to raise the prices due to the cost of us providing the service.
Right.
Right?
When Optics data? Right now. It's live right now.
Right
Go
now.
check them out. They're there right now.
They're there right now. Okay. And yeah, guys, the differentiating factor between free and a paid for service is that by virtue, you guys, listen, we're not getting paid right now. We're taking this money and reinvesting it
It all
because
goes back into the stuff for you guys.
that's it. It goes
Well,
back into
the
this stuff
machine
for
that
you
you just
guys.
paid for, how much was that?
Oh, Jesus. That was an $11,000 machine
Yeah.
for Algo, which he's missing two parts, and I have to go ahead and get that ordered for him. But by virtue of investing in Algo, Algo then invests in us. Andy invests his time in us. Ivan, Ivan is probably the unsung hero, the
Yeah,
captain.
he's our guy. I love Ivan.
when we're on too many different pages, he yells at us and just then we're here. And so I could definitely appreciate that.
Mhm.
Okay. Definitely appreciate that. So I hope you guys are excited. I really hope you guys, because we are fucking excited.
This stuff that's coming again, guys. Like this is just the beginning of the things that we're going to be offering. Like I think Gabe told you about that one thing, the charts. There are so many more things coming for you guys that we will tell you about once they're ready. But all of you OGs in here that are already in, you get access to everything that we're gonna do forever. We could go do some crazy stuff, and you guys get access to everything locked in forever because you guys have been with us from the beginning. We
Yes.
do have some
Yes.
wild stuff coming. When we say that, we're not messing around.
We are
I'm
not
excited
messing
for it, man.
around. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys
Mhm.
something. We go back to the alerts. This is Andy working real time. There you go. Potential options, right? And here we go. We got Verizon on the cross up. And then look at our first strike. It's rounding up the price to the first strike here, which would essentially put us like at or about at the money. And then you got the two strikes below it. You're then given 14 days as well. Okay. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I mean, look at STV over there. I could tell he's just playing with
I,
these.
dude, I'm just messing around with them right now. They're awesome. They're awesome.
This is great. This is great. Let's look at DKNG current price 1360. All right, so you got the strike here rounded up to 14. Then you got the next two strikes right there. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I guess from a position of okay, so STB, like, and we're going to talk this through while people are watching us, and we currently have 609 people on the stream, and
Mhm.
this is great. And I know you only got 8 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta head
Um,
off soon, but
yeah, would you prefer Andy round down to the nearest strike or round up? Because as it stands, we're rounding up to the nearest strike. Should we round down?
um, you could add it. I think we if it's not gonna mess with the data feed, I would say just add it. So add
Okay.
both, have both of them because sometimes I'll buy the in the money, sometimes I'll buy the one strike out. It depends on what I'm doing. It depends on what stock it is too. So it would be
Okay.
helpful for me when I'm using it to just if I'm pulling up an alert really quickly and I don't have to like pull up the option chain, pull up the chart, if it's just right there and just add that in.
Yes, yes. Showtime says calls equal round up, puts equal round down. I actually like that as well.
Yeah.
So, but we have some calls here. This is great. This is great.
Remember what we said about the
Um,
SPY, where it was? Have you taken a look at see what the market did after we said, probably not the best time to get puts?
there you go. There you go. Uh, I mean, that's on the 5 minute. Let's look at what you did on the 1 minute. There you go. Right. Found support right here at 390.
What did I say? What the fuck did I say?
You said it. The charts also said it. You guys, these charts are just this is your cheat code. This is your cheat code. Scar My World, can you please explain why I'm charged 75, please? And thank you, sir. Are you Canadian?
That would be the
Yes.
only reason why I would see it get charged that way.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Cheat code. Yes, you guys will be turned into cyborgs. I'm fucking excited now.
This is a cheat code.
SGV. Let's go ahead and well, just thank everyone,
Yeah,
and
thank you guys.
that's it. Uh, let's see. Yeah, we're
That
good
dude,
here.
we're gonna get ready for all those new videos coming in there, the curriculum, options data, which you're gonna be able to get unusual options data with too soon. A little bit of flow for those of you guys that like that. More
Yeah.
algorithms, predictive crosses. You guys are getting everything. So get ready, people. Get grandfathered in if you have not already, because if not, you're going to be subject to the higher price. So we want all you guys to be able to, especially all of our OGs. You guys are all locked in, good to go. You guys know the deal.
Well, you guys make sure you head on over to Short the Fix's live stream. You know what? I'll be on at 2 o'clock. I'll be on with TMI before I got to go ahead and commit myself to other obligations here. But I'll be here at 2 o'clock, guys. Have fun with this options data, and let's talk about it all day because
Let's
I
do it.
am so fucking proud, and you guys should be too.
This is going to be great. All right, people. I'm going to head over to my live. Gabe, this was awesome, people. Can't wait to see you in there with us.